Darkness. I believe in a thing called love on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. You're Steve Merchant. Sure. That's little Carl Pilkington over there. Where is he? There he is.
There he is, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey! Back together again.
The old gang.
Yeah, it started last week.
Yeah,
I think.
triumphant return.
I think it went well last week, didn't it, Carl? Good show, wasn't it?
You loved it, didn't you, Carl?
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, you weren't speaking to Suzanne last week at this time because you said she had a haircut, probably quite an expensive haircut. She's a lady in media. She's got to look good. She probably doesn't go to the barber like you or just shave it at home. Probably spent quite a little bit of money on it. She came home. She thought, well, my sweetheart, my lover, my sweetheart, you know what I mean? The man in my life is gonna love this.
Well, he adores everything about me. He's gonna love my hair.
She walked in. Hello, Carl. All right. You look like Dave Hill from Slade. Is what you said to the poor woman. And then talked about it on air. She was furious about that. So what did you do?
Carl?
She did listen, yeah. She wasn't happy.
And she heard you slagging her hair off?
Yeah. Well, what
So this is probably annoying her now.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. We can do a lot today because she's at work. So,
and of course, no one's going to tell her.
Let's have a chat about a fat arse, shall we? Hold on.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
You are in so much trouble. That's... Look, he's realised he is a little bit worried. Oh, didn't you go and buy her a coat or something?
Took her out on Sunday and treated her to a new coat and that.
Yeah.
But I offered, I said as well, I said I'd pay to have it done again.
Oh no! Carl, you have... Oh God! Oh my Christ!
So she listened to the show. What did she say? You got home, she'd heard you slagging her hair off.
Imagine that. He thinks that's a good thing. Sort of like, we've won the pools. Brilliant. What are we doing? Well, you can have facial surgery now, love. It's sort of like, it's just... Christ! You offered to have it done again. Unbelievable.
Yeah. But I got home and she's like, being moody with me, right?
Yeah. You thought something's wrong, so you must have listened to the show when I was slagging off her hair.
Well, his first thought was she's probably looked at herself in the mirror. She agrees with me.
Yeah, that barber's been round again.
Yeah.
And she just said, "Oh, that wasn't very nice of you, was it?"
Oh.
So I just said, "Hang on a minute." I said, "That's what we do on the show. When I'm slagging off, Chinese people looking old or whatever, I said, you never interfere."
Sure.
I love the fact...
She's got to get her priorities right.
I love the fact that she's in the same queue as a billion people you've never met.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. She's in the same queue. Well, you didn't complain when I was slagging off.
Carl, I don't think Carl has ever admitted he might be in the wrong. Ever. Certainly not to your eye. So did you admit...
That is so true.
Isn't it?
That is so true.
He's never admitted that he might be in the wrong. So did you, in this instance, agree that maybe you'd overstepped the mark?
No, I just said she took it badly. Do you know what I mean? It's only a haircut.
Yeah.
Yep. Well.
Steve, you haven't seen it, so you can't start interfering on this one.
No, okay.
No, I haven't seen it, but I very much doubt she looks like Dave Hill from Slade, who, if I'm unless I'm mistaken, used to cut his hair with garden shears blindfolded.
Well.
So, you know what I mean? And did her teeth stick out when she started speaking with a Brummie accent as well?
I've got used to it now anyway. So.
And so did you bought... So at some point you came crawling back and you said, do you want me to buy you a coat?
I just said, let's leave that, let's go out and have a good weekend.
Sure.
But get your hat before we go. And, treated her to a new coat and that.
Oh.
It's a nice coat, so people will look at that rather than
the hair.
Looking at the head.
So does
it do flash? It's got obscenities across the back.
If anyone who knows Carl's girlfriend is listening...
Tell her.
And maybe you're a work colleague and you're listening to the show.
Because I think this is terrible.
Get her to phone him now.
Get her to phone him now. I mean, forget
the
hair.
On the XFM number.
What's the fat ass complaint line? Because you are in deep shite. Cemetery Gates by the Smiths, of course, off the Queen is Dead album. Lovely tune. Makes you happy, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It's a nice song about dead people.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I just wondering, Rick, what your opinions are, what your thoughts are on Britney Spears.
Liked a couple. Bit bored. I think she's panicking a little bit. I think she's a little bit desperate with all this Madonna stuff.
Yeah, all the kind of lesbian
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know. Yeah, she's alright. I've got nothing against the girl.
Well, I think it was in Hot Tickets magazine.
Sure.
It's free with the Evening Standard.
Yeah.
I might get some free Evening Standards now. I've plugged that.
Yeah.
I just reading in there that I don't know if it's still going to happen, but apparently she was going to do a little cheeky appearance at GAY.
GAY.
In London. And obviously I was quite excited because I'm a Spears fan.
Sorry, do you know that's what that spells, don't you?
GAY.
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it is a gay club.
Oh, sure,
This
go on.
is what I was ascertaining from the article.
Oh, because they've said they've called it what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And apparently she was gonna be previewing some of her new album live on stage at GA1. And that's an intimate venue. Normally you'd have to see someone like Spears, probably at Wembley Arena, something like that. I'm thinking I'm a Spears fan. Get up a couple of the gang together.
Yeah.
Some
of the lads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cruise down there.
Yeah.
But then I read on in the article that apparently the doorman at GAY were only going to let in regulars. And the way they were going to ascertain if you were a regular was by asking a series of questions at the door.
What, testing if you're
Testing
really...
Now, I don't know if the questions would be about the interior of GAY.
Or the interior of someone else.
Yeah. Or just general kind of...
Like, what, do you reckon you'd have passed the...
Well, that's what I was wondering.
So you'd have had to pretend to be...
GAY.
GAY to get in to see Spears. Now
Can you say gay on the radio?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But
now,
I'm
there's irony, isn't it? So you're pretending to be gay to get into a club to see a bird that you like.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little quick test.
Right.
Shall I? All right. Sorry, what's your name, mate?
Paolo.
All right, Paolo.
Yeah.
You haven't done a lot with your hair. You just sort of let it grow out. I mean, would you be putting product on a bit later? Because I mean, you don't look very. I mean, sort of like you look sort of quite
masculine,
Yeah, well, sort of like you didn't care, like you have no care about how you look, like you're
normally it would be shaved. Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We would say normally that looks about like 3 months growth there. Why haven't you?
I've been ill.
Nothing serious?
Nothing serious.
Okay.
No, that's why I let it grow. So it's grown.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what time would you normally be going out then, Paolo?
Normally I'd go out about I'd go out about 8ish.
8 o'clock in the evening you've got?
No.
Because that sounds a bit early. That's what...
No, I'd go out about 3 in the morning normally.
Right. So that's like... Yeah, okay. Right, so that's right, yeah. Where'd you go? Down sort of... Old Compton Street for a coffee and then onto GAY
something like
with
that,
your little shaved head.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're doing
Sounding
fine.
pretty gay.
Sounding pretty good. Can I just ask you one final question?
20 bender points?
20 bender points. I'm just going to let you in.
Okay,
I'm just going to tell the guys to let you in. But I've got one more question.
Yeah.
Do you prefer knobs or tits, Paolo?
Knobs.
Knobs. You love
No,
knobs, do you?
knobs.
Can't get enough knobs. So you hate tits, I assume?
Loads of them.
You hate tits, do you?
Yes.
Okay. What? Even Liza Minnelli's?
I don't know what to say. I love hers.
But not in a straight way.
In a straight way. In a gay
So
way.
okay. So you love knobs more than tits, right? Okay.
I love knobs.
In you go.
Thanks very much.
You know Brittany's on, do you?
Oh, she is so sexy.
Oh.
See, that's what would give me away. It'd be like the Great Escape.
It's just the last.
Yeah.
You just... Well, I mean, I think you're probably a bit bi.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
but I mean, go in anyway.
Thanks very much.
Okay, the drinks are quite expensive.
Oh, I thought so.
Pop your shirt off, will you? Hey, Outcast on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. You alright, Carl?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Just when you were talking just now about like the gay stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if you saw the thing the other week about the fella who's on that quiz show.
Who?
Sort of.
Oh right. Okay.
Gay
Who?
fella, straight sort of man woman thing.
What are you talking about? Tell me what did you see? Tell me what you saw.
It's
This is like a kid come running in, and he's seeing something frightening. It could be an alien, could be a ghost, could be a paedophile, and you've got to get exactly what actually saw out of him. Right, what did you actually see?
It's just this fella who's a woman.
Right. Right, okay, right, try and talk like a human being. Right.
It's a quiz show that's coming on the telly, and it's this woman.
Right, is it a fella who's a woman, or is it a woman?
Bit of both. That's why I'm talking about it.
But what do you mean? Is it a pre-op? Is it a transsexual? A transvestite? Is it a lady boy? Is it an hermaphrodite? What is
I'll tell
it?
you about it.
Well, tell me.
I'm telling you. It's a woman. Well, it's a man.
Oh, forget it.
Listen.
Play a record.
No, listen.
come on.
What?
It is a man. He is a man. Well,
Oh, Christ's sake!
it's a TV program where they've got this
Transvestite or television?
It is a transvestite, yeah.
So-
but the problem is, I'll tell you just because you don't know about it. The program is.
I don't know. I still don't know about it. I don't know anything about it. Still, I don't know. It's a woman, man, woman, man, woman, TV program. Look, TV.
No, it's a man who is now sort of half a woman. And
A man who is now half a woman.
no, well, this is what's weird about it. He's got the top half, but not the bottom half.
What do you
sorted
mean?
out.
He's got breasts and a wig, but he's still got his boys downstairs. He's
Why
got
do you do that?
his caps and the boys
What
are
do you do
still
that
there
for?
with his wife fronts.
Why
But
is that?
upstairs, he's got a lovely pair of dumplings.
Why do that?
Well, he's halfway through.
But why not get it all done in one go?
Maybe he couldn't afford it.
Well, wait until you've got all the money. That just looks a mess. And who's he pleasing there?
Well, he wakes up in the morning and
everyone.
pleases himself. He can't believe his luck. He doesn't know where to start.
No, but what I don't understand, I mean, I don't want to see him.
Well, can I just
seem
finish that
ignorant.
sentence? What you don't understand is just about everything.
Yeah.
Right. What?
I find it weird, right? I sort of get, I understand the gay thing, right? But,
Do you? What do you mean?
well, I know.
Well, tell me the gay thing. Explain the
Well,
gay
I
thing.
just know if you're a fella, you like men. I don't know much more than that.
What do you mean you don't know?
But what I mean is, with a transvestite, what's going on there? What do they want?
Now, transvestite is a cross dresser.
See, I don't get that either. Because
You mean a
That's
transsexual?
that's a man who likes to dress in women's clothing. It's not necessarily, they're not necessarily gay.
They're
or
not gay.
straight
They're
or
often
anything.
not gay.
They just happen to like wearing women's
Those clothes, right? Yeah.
but then why not wear women's clothes that could be seen as a bloke's, like Suzanne wears jeans?
No, but
Just
but that's
buy
the
women's
thing.
jeans.
But that's their problem, is it? They like being seen as a woman. They like being seen as a woman. It's not just that it's more comfortable, or they'd wear a kilt. They like being seen as a woman. They feel more comfortable.
All right, and what's the deal with this fella who's got
We don't know
both?
who this fella is.
No, we don't know this man who's half a woman.
He's called Miriam.
Oh, that's helped.
yeah. Brilliant. I love this scientific basis.
No, I
so
think-
all he's done, he's had the tits done. He's probably had the hormones. Probably lived as a woman for a while. The last step, because you can probably reverse the breasts anyway, because they're probably implants and hormonal things. And whereas you chop your knob and boys off, that's you come back the next day and go, sorry, I didn't mean that. I wanted my ears pierced. It's a bit more of a bigger operation to put them back. So doctors are probably making sure that he's just
Surely if
absolutely.
you've had the top half done, you're not going to go back on what you've said.
But no, what's the top half being done? I could get you breast implants, give you a bit of hormonal treatment,
Now,
and
that
you
would
could
be a great idea for next week's show.
and you could reverse it. What you can't do is grow a knob back.
Well, you can. Last week you were talking about growing one on your arm.
Yeah.
We've done that.
We can, so that is possible. But the thing is, the truth of it is, I think I do know about this story. I think it was a television programme called There's Something About Miriam. The
Oh.
conceit of which was that this pre-op transsexual
So I guessed that right. Yeah.
was masquerading as a woman,
Right.
and various blokes who didn't realise that this was a man had to
I've heard
try
about
and
this.
seduce her. And when they found out that it was actually a bloke, and a lot of them had kissed
I agree.
her, they refused to let it be shown.
I
and there was a big
agree. I agree.
outrage
Though
and so on.
that's just terrible.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, it's
deceit.
absurd.
But I mean, that's awful. I heard it. I hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
I think it was a Sky One programme. Is there anything other than The Simpsons on Sky One that's worth watching? Have you ever tried to watch that? Have you ever seen Kirsty's home videos?
Yes. Yeah. But it's things like it's dogs on a slide, babies falling over.
Do you know, it's only recently reduced from an hour in length.
Really?
It's been an hour long, and it was just, if you haven't seen it, it's just like camcorder footage, like
Do you know
being
what I
filmed of
like?
people falling over.
I like an old woman at a wedding falling over and showing her bloomers. That's
all.
my favourite.
But I like it when it's Kirsty's home videos uncut. So it's kind of 4 old women, like, naked,
With their tits falling out.
windsurfing.
Oh, Christ, imagine that. Does it whistle?
Well, I mean, have you ever really sat and watched anything on Sky One
No.
that wasn't
The Simpsons.
or,
I think that's
or Star Trek.
I think that's what I watch on. I think that's
Or
pretty much
wrestling.
what I watch. Wrestling.
They have WWF wrestling, cartoons, and just the worst programs. I mean, it's
I've seen a
appalling.
bit of the wrestling. It's hilarious.
But
It's hilarious.
It's like a station that's made by a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly the demographic. Do you like Sky One, Carl?
I haven't got satellite ever, so
Why not? I thought you'd have loved that.
no, I would love it.
Discovery Channel's all about
No,
slugs and that and weird stuff like that.
I know.
Chimps.
I was reading
There's
about slugs the other day.
There's a thing on one of the channels called Monkey Business.
Yeah, I watched that
Yeah.
because I was doing that thing, wasn't I, with Richie Bacon?
Yeah.
Where you watch the telly and that.
You're
and
talking riddles.
Mm.
You actually talking riddles and forget a play record.
You should be the gatekeeper in some kind of Dungeons and Dragons kind of quiz game.
All right, yeah. Let me enter. Right, yeah, but I was doing that thing with Richard Bacon. What can he mean? What can he mean? He is the wise
There's
one.
a man
Just
who's
play
also a
record.
woman.
Yeah, yeah.
The upper
There's
half is, but is the bottom.
Yeah, play a record.
Bit of Clash.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Train in Vain, XFM, 104.9.
Johnny Cash, Hurt on XFM 104.9. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Good.
I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. So, what have we done? We've done gays, transvestites. Have we done knob use yet, or?
It's nice that you can talk about pre-op transsexuals nowadays on the radio.
I know.
You know, without the fear of complaints or
I know.
listeners.
Listeners, that's the thing. If we had any listeners, we'd get complaints, wouldn't we?
We really
We'd
would.
get some serious complaints if anyone cared enough.
That's
to
why we
pick
haven't
up the
gone
phone.
to a decent station with, you know, a big
We would
audience.
never do on a real radio station. We could never do this, could
No.
we?
Why
We'd
not?
have-
Why not? See, I'm not doing this to like mess about and offend anyone. I think it's an interesting topic.
What? You talking gobbledygook, not really knowing what on
Yeah,
earth
Carl,
you're going on about.
Carl, for the first 5 minutes, you couldn't talk.
What?
Okay, look,
Although with who's the biggest, most professional person in radio? It's probably Terry Wogan, isn't it? And it was you that said you can't tell what the sentence he's saying because he keeps coming up at the end before.
But he
and
never-
after.
there's never any
which
punctuation.
is- Yeah.
so
yeah.
he'll just segue from one point to the next. So he'll be like, going on my holidays, Friday. We're having a lovely time, says Mrs. Dorothy Shears of Westminster. I'm thinking of going to Greece.
Oh, and it's halfway.
So,
So he's got his knobs, but he's still got the tits. Yeah. Typical. Oh, hello, Paolo. Do you want to
Hello
come
there.
into my club
Yeah,
to
I'd
see?
love to go. Britney Spears, I'm a massive fan.
Yeah, well, it doesn't start for a while. It's
Sure.
it's only about 8 o'clock, and you're not going out for hours yet. I
No,
about
no,
8 or 7. But might as well watch a bit of telly. We've got FA Cup final.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, just that's a good one, isn't it? Or we've got the Eurovision Song Contest. What do you want to watch, Paolo?
Ooh, blimey. Well, I love all the camp and lame
Right.
of the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah.
But is that David Beckham playing? Because I love him
Oh,
and
I
his
see
hair
what you've
and
done.
his legs.
See what you've done.
You see?
So you will watch the football,
Yeah.
but you'll be mainly looking at
Just
the.
looking at the legs and the tight,
Yeah.
the tight shorts.
So while Beckham's knocking them in,
Yeah,
you'll be
exactly. Knocking one.
right. Let's.
Did you know? You remember? I never really looked, but when you see old clips of, say, early '80s footballers, the shorts are much tighter. Aren't
I
they?
think. I mean, I don't know. I don't
don't really know. I
I don't know.
wasn't
Do
really
you-
looking.
I remember Carl was saying when he went and there was two strippers, a bloke and a woman, and they whipped off their clothes at the same time, and you looked straight at the boys.
Yeah, everybody would. You would have done.
Right.
You do.
You do. You look at his doo-doo. What do you mean? You look at his doo-doo.
No,
What-
I'm just saying. If you were there, you would have done the same. Two people on the stage,
Yeah.
woman and a man.
Yeah.
They were getting the clothes off.
Yeah.
Right. The fella took his pants off the same time as the girl took her knickers off.
Yeah. Right.
Right. All I'm saying is it's human nature to have a quick look, have a quick glance, see what's going on.
See what's going on.
And
what
then
do
I wanted to look at the woman, but she put her knickers back on quick.
She didn't live opposite from you, did she?
But just to return briefly to the shorts question.
Yeah.
It's only because in the 30s and 40s they were huge shorts, weren't
Yeah.
they? I mean, genuinely massive. Like
Huge.
A small child could
What-
wear them as trousers. They were.
I
so
think that's to
baggy.
do with comfort and decency, though, isn't it?
And then, but by the sort of 80s, there was barely any shorts there.
I think that was fashion.
But it's weird that you feel like at some point someone's gone, guys, I mean,
They've
good
gone
game
too
today,
small.
but this is ludicrous.
But that's what happened, isn't it? Because, things get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And fashion's like flares,
Yeah.
drain pipes,
Yeah, yeah.
heels, flat.
Yeah.
Tall hats, flat hats.
What
Yeah?
do you make of the miniskirt?
Long hair, skinhead. Miniskirt, again, I don't know, I'm sure there's been 10 resurgences of miniskirts since 65, whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fashion, so the short... you know what? Do you know what I think, Steve? I think the shorts will get smaller again before we die. I think we'll see one more tight little packet of Premiership footballers running round with their offal squeezed like the last chicken in a butcher's window.
Almost protruding.
Wrapped up, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
imagine if they just wore cling film shorts so you could see what was happening there, Carl. Where would you look then? Because you like football, don't you?
We're doing Rockbusters. Oh, I suppose so.
Go on then. Oh,
Right, we brought it back. This is where I give a cryptic clue
Well,
and some initials, and you work it out and you win some stuff.
I was going to tell you what the prizes are. Needless to say, they're mediocre prizes for a mediocre quiz.
sure, okay, yeah.
Oh,
Where's
alright, colour
DVDs and
videos and
VHS?
DVDs
Yeah,
and that, yeah.
VHS. Who's still got that?
Right, so there's three of them, and what you can do now, we've tweaked it a bit.
Okay.
You can text in. Mm-hmm. Right, so you can email or text.
We've tweaked it a bit.
83XFM is the text, or it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Is that what it is? 83XFM?
That's it.
That is good, though, and that is convenient, because who's got their laptop up and running and
Exactly.
texting?
On the
So
move.
just with your phone. Brilliant.
All right.
Mine
So-
couldn't do that. I don't know how to do that on my phone. I don't know how to get...
What do you mean? What do you mean?
My brother wanted my postcode. He said text it to me. I couldn't work out how to do WC and
That's
1.
because you're an old man. It's
So
technology.
I had to write out WC1.
Oh, for goodness sake.
'Cause I didn't know how to do it.
Pathetic.
It won't do it for me.
Pathetic.
It's ridiculous. Go on.
Well, it's 83936 if you have that problem. Right?
Right, come on, get on with the quiz. I
Right,
don't know. There's too many numbers now.
Three clues. Here we go. First one is this Teletubby has got lice. Right?
This Teletubby has got lice.
This Teletubby has got lice.
Right.
The initial there is P, so it's a band or an artist
Yeah.
that starts with P, and the clue is this Teletubby has got lice. Right?
Yep.
Second one.
I'm really already not holding out much hope for this.
I know.
Working out. Go on.
Right. Second one. I've just messed that first one up. Thing.
Oh, for Christ.
But when I give it out later, I'll sneak it in without, right? Just don't repeat anything I say.
You're an idiot.
Listen.
You
Play a
really
record.
are
No,
an
man.
idiot.
No,
No, play a record.
No,
Play a
play a
record.
record. Got
Play a
someone.
record. You're a fool. Play a
No,
record.
let me just-
No.
Press the button, press
You've
the
ruined
button.
it. You're an idiot.
It's off. Ludicrous.
Red Vines by Amy Mann. Brilliant, that, isn't it?
Very good.
On XFM 104.9. Well, Carl mucked up Rockbusters, as usual. I mean, you know what? I like it when he mucks it up early because it doesn't waste people's lives
Sure.
for 40 minutes realising he's mucked it up at the end.
Yeah.
So, obviously, people are already... They know what it is. They know what it is already. They've said, well, it's police, isn't it? You meant to say nits instead of lice.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. So that one's gone. So what have we got next?
Right, so that's just an idea. If you haven't heard it before, that's how my head works. Right, this Teletubby has got nits.
So Po.
P, so Po is a Teletubby.
Yeah. So
and
when he says
slice.
cryptic, it's not only what the answer is, it's what the question was meant to be.
Sure.
So,
Alright, so there's only two, so you've got even a better chance of winning than that.
well,
So, the second one is, I'm saving that money to buy condoms. Alright? Think about it.
easy, too easy. right?
JC.
Yeah,
right,
well, that's too. So everyone's got that one. I feel like saying it now.
Yeah, but
So
don't.
Well, that's
say it now.
rubbish.
Yeah, but you've got to have an easy one in there, otherwise people get bored, don't
First one was easy. We gave them the answer.
they? Yeah, but hang on.
That's the easiest one we've ever had. Police.
and the second one is,
Yeah.
when you're making bread, add a little bit of colour for a change. Alright? When you're
initials?
making bread, add a little bit of colour, just change things a little bit.
What are the initials?
D.
Just D.
Just D. Right? So, what you've got there, I'm saving that money to buy condoms, the initials JC.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah. Next.
And when you're making some bread, just chuck some colour in there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Change
yeah,
it.
yeah,
but
yeah.
Like the clue. The clue changes every time. The clue changes every time. Unlike the Times crossword, the clue changes every time it's said.
83 XFM if you want to text it, or it's ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
I'll win some
Rubbish.
stuff on that.
Pointless. David Bowie and Waterloo Sunset. Love that. Love the original.
Yeah.
Love that one. Love the original on XFM 104.9.
Good work to David Bowie and the Kinks.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Reading the paper there,
Yeah,
Steve.
well, I don't normally read the paper, but I was having a glance through the Daily Express. Does anyone read the Express?
Well, you do at the moment, look.
Well, true.
Live on air.
Yeah.
Read it out, and then about 400 people will know what's in it.
I just reading. I was obviously attracted by this little news item: gun raid by 3 Saddams. 3 armed men.
Oh, they're up to their old tricks again, are they?
Yeah. 3 armed men wearing Saddam Hussein masks were on the run last night after robbing a corner shop. The raiders threatened the worker with a handgun and a knife, ordering him to open the till, blah, 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 get the money out. And it says that they also tried to rob an earlier shop earlier in the day. Police said, "We are linking the raids because the descriptions of the offenders are very similar."
What did the first one not quite get right?
Yeah.
Well, they looked very similar. I think it was Gaddafi, 3 Gaddafis.
Right, because that's weird, because we've had 3 Saddam Husseins down a
Oh,
shop
so
down the road.
that's what I meant.
Is it
Saddam
the same
Hussein.
guys? Because I don't
Well,
wanna,
I assume so. I wouldn't have
I
thought.
don't want to, get
No,
the
it's
Gaddafi
almost
guys on the Saddam Hussein charge.
I'm almost sure it'd be the same way. I didn't know. One's got a moustache, haven't they? One like they all got a moustache. I don't know. But I mean, there was 3 blokes with masks, Middle Eastern Imperial. I don't know. But I mean, I imagine it's the same.
I am,
ones.
because I've only ever seen really robberies being planned in films.
Sure.
So I don't know how it works. I assume that.
So you say. Yeah.
But I assume at some point someone's got to get together. One of them, the ringleader's got to get together and go, "Okay, well, we need to wear masks, obviously, to disguise our faces."
Yeah.
I'm thinking of going with the regular stockings.
No. I'll tell you it would be funny.
Well, I don't want to be funny.
Well, no.
We want to strike fear into the hearts of people
Yeah,
who are
but
robbing.
I mean, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We get the robbery and we have a laugh with it. Fear? Do you say you want to strike fear? Well, wear a mask of someone who's really scary. Who's the scariest bloke in the world?
Well, I don't know, Saddam Hussein?
I've got 3 of them.
Well, why?
I've got 3 of them. Let's all wear Saddam Hussein. It'd be a laugh.
Well, it's not. I don't want it to be a laugh. I'm
No,
robbing
but
a
it
bank.
don't hurt if we're having a laugh, and that's what I want to make money and have a laugh.
Why?
Along
That's
with
not,
yeah.
I'm only in the money. I'm only in it for the money. The laugh's not important to me.
No, it's
Fear. I want to strike fear.
We could also make a political point.
I don't want to make a political
No,
point.
you just want the money.
I'm a thug. I'm not. I'm
we
not
could have
clever.
a
I'm
laugh
not
and we can make a
satirical.
political point.
Why
you
not?
know,
What political point?
a
We're
point
not.
where we're, maybe we're sort of stealing from the rich.
We're
and
not
giving,
like Robin Hood.
Well, never mind Robin Hood. Let's rob Barclays. That's
Why are you making jokes?
Well, I mean, don't worry.
We're
I'm
robbers.
gonna do my stuff. I'm doing my stuff.
You're a comedian. You don't. I'm not
well,
sure you
let's
should be
just
in
wear
this
the
gang.
masks. Let's wear the masks. How did it happen? Did they go and buy them? It's separately. Look, spread out. You go to the joke shop in Covent Garden.
Yeah.
I'll go to the one in Southampton Row.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
See, because it's so often the case that they're using masks. It used to be Reagan, Thatcher. They were always. If I was the guy selling those, like when 3 guys came in, 3 shifty-looking blokes to buy
Yeah.
3 identical masks.
Yeah, in stockings.
In stockings.
Just so they don't know who we are.
Sorry,
Yeah.
can I just check? You're not going to rob
Definitely
anyone
not.
with these masks.
But just think of the police looking at those robbers. Every time they go past one of those awful sort of gift shops, they think that it's just in the window there with Michael Jackson and Shirley Bassey.
Yeah, and George Bush.
Oh, Paolo, can I ask you something? I know you love knobs and that, and you hate tits.
Yeah.
What about Shirley Bassey's tits?
Well, I mean, I'm a fan of them because I'm a fan of Shirley, but I don't like. They're not cool. They're not sexy.
Yeah, you're pretty bent. You are pretty bent.
Pretty
Come
good.
in.
Thanks very much.
Britain is on in 7 hours.
Excellent.
Yeah, what are you doing out at this time?
No. I just came out to get some milk. Yeah,
There's some
knob action.
cock in the toilet. Carl.
Plenty of answers, Carl, so far for your I say
Yeah.
quiz. I'm not sure that's really valid.
Yeah, loads coming in. We're giving away some more stuff later as well. With that film thing that's coming up.
That's when you put yourself into a famous film and you act out.
Is that it?
You've done The Graduate, haven't you?
Done The Graduate, done Silence of the Lambs,
Yeah.
done Billy Elliot.
I liked it. Where you what was your one? Sixth Sense. I see weird stuff.
Yeah, the Sixth Sense was good. So that's coming up later.
We're doing that later.
We'll look forward to that.
Look forward to
We're
that.
all pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we've got some great music as well still lined up. Thorns, yeah.
Thorns. Oh, I'm obsessed with this now. This is the Thorns, and I can't remember on XFM 104.9. Brilliant. Strokes, 12:51 on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and Carl Pilkington. Not done a lot. Maybe you should earn your money as you get to Mondays off for this 2 hours of nonsense.
What are you on about? I've done loads of stuff.
Go on, what?
Slag Suzanne off.
Yeah, brilliant.
First link.
Yeah.
Talked about trannies.
Yeah.
Well, same old.
Yeah.
Let's have something new, something fresh.
Well, I've been looking around, right, on the internet for stuff.
Yeah.
On the internet.
Yeah.
Your Bible, where you get all your information about the world and the universe and morality from.
And you know, like, how I always say to you, I don't really read that much of it, I just read the headline,
Perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Anna Nova have sort of nicked that idea to grab you.
Nicked what idea?
Well, to sort of get to the meat straight away at the top. Do you know what I mean? The headline to the story and everything.
What?
Right, these are
But
stories.
the headlines already existed. That was why you thought that was a good
not
idea.
like this, though.
All right.
Headline. Oh, these are all headlines, right? Vibrating shoes could stop elderly falling. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
You don't need...
Vibrating shoes could stop elderly falling.
Yeah, that's the story. You don't need to read on. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Right,
could
so
you read
busy.
one anyway?
Can't be bothered.
Read on anyway.
Well,
Read...
you have a look at that in a bit, right?
All right.
So,
Oh,
if it's
okay, so
interesting.
what are
This
the
is frustrating radio if you're sitting at home.
No,
well,
but
it's not on. They've turned it off.
If you want to know more, you know where to go. That's what I'm saying. That's what they should do in the news. Get the news done in
Bong.
a minute.
There's a good story about Iraq.
Right.
Bong. Have a- look it up.
Shoes.
Look it up on the internet. Anna Nova.
Give us another bong.
Bong.
Family sick of living on Butthole Road.
Oh, brilliant. Bong.
Man wears same shoes for 60 years.
Oh, bong.
This isn't that good. Some fella pulls a train with his teeth.
And in lighter news.
I love it, Matt. Triple Donald. This one is very good.
And the last one, man fails to break clothes pegs on face record. She's always good. Well, that's the one I did read on about.
I love that out of all those. That's the one he read on about. Go on then.
Just
Why is that news? He fails to make a record. So did I today.
I know, yeah.
I failed the long jump record today.
Yeah. Didn't even take part.
No, I was rubbish.
But what are the rules on world records and that?
I don't know if there are rules. There are certain things you can't. I mean, it's the Guinness Book of Records, isn't it? Really, that's the arbiter, isn't it?
Yeah, but is there anything if you said you wanted to do it, would they say, well, you can't do that?
Yeah, they've stopped some gluttony records. Obviously, things that are in danger. It's anything that's illegal. Yeah, anything that's immoral.
Yeah, like that American serial killer that just got discovered.
Yeah.
Having killed 47 women. I don't think he can make that into the Guinness Book of Records.
No, because people will be trying to beat it, won't they?
But there was some other story about a fella eating watches and that. That can't be good for you. So why don't they say, look, don't do that, do something else?
He wanted to stay regular.
Do you know
What
what,
do you
I mean,
mean?
though? I just wondered
What do
if
you mean he
there's
was
any...
eating watches?
He just said he was eating watches. He got about 3 in about a minute.
How did he time it?
Do you know what I mean, though? And then the other thing is, the one that I was reading, the world record with the fellow who's pulling a train with his teeth. Does that make any difference that he's done it with his teeth?
What do you mean?
Well, what difference does it make?
Well, isn't it? It's quite hard to pull a train with your teeth, I imagine.
Well, it's pretty hard to pull a train. All I'm saying is it because he couldn't beat the fella who's pulling it with his hands?
Well,
so you tweak
this
it a
is
bit?
my point. I think there was one bloke with the record for the running backwards 100 metres was sort of like 11 and a half seconds. And I was thinking, turn around, you'd probably have a really good go at that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sort of like doing a marathon with a milk bottle on your head. Take the milk bottle off and see how fast you can go, you twat.
But you can just tweak it, like the fella who has done the pegs on the face, right?
Yeah.
His name's Gary Stretch Turner, right?
Right.
So he's sort of cheating already if he's got a stretchy head, right? but
You are, right, you are one of the most stupid humans I have ever met.
well, get me in the book. Yeah? Right? But listen. So Gary Stretch Turner, right? His record is 153 pegs.
Yeah.
He did it again, and he only got 150 on. So he hasn't broke his own record.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if he tweaked it a bit more, would that make a new record?
What?
Well, if he said, I've got 150 pegs on, but at the same time as eating a burger.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be the,
Or he
the
said-
world record breaker for pegs and eating burgers at the same time.
Yeah, just change it a bit. If you know you're not going to make it, just do something else.
I'm assuming the rules are set at the beginning, Carl. That's
Yeah.
it. That's where they say, right, you're just going to do the pegs thing. You're not going to introduce burgers halfway through, are you? Definitely not. And
Okay.
then they have a go.
I was on one leg, not interested. How many pegs? 150.
Can I just ask very briefly, I was quite interested by the family had to move because they lived on Butthole Road.
Yeah, I quite like that
Now,
one.
I don't know if I've told you before, Rick, where I used to live. I'm not going to tell you the name of the street that I used to live on, because not on air, because my parents still live there, and I don't want,
Right.
you know. But I'm going to write it for you now. This is the name, the genuine name of the street I used to live on. And just imagine when you're at school,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
like in class, for instance, in French, you've got to say you've got to answer where you live.
Yeah.
J'habite, wherever.
Yeah.
That's the name. This is actually the name of the street we lived on.
No, it's
I
not.
swear to God.
That is...
I absolutely right. I could phone my father now and he could confirm that for
Well,
you.
no,
I swear
because he doesn't want
to God. And I tell you that.
But listen, do you know what worries me? It's the apostrophe S.
I know.
Because that's blatant.
Yes. Amazing, isn't it?
That is incredible.
imagine how embarrassing
So
that
if
was.
I look that up in the
You
Bristol...
will find that in the Bristol A to Z. I swear to
That
God.
is really... Why have you never told me that before?
I can't believe I haven't.
That's
I'm
incredible.
still embarrassed now. Do you know if whenever I have to phone up, if I have to give that address, I always spell it instantly.
Really?
Like somehow that'll hide it, that'll disguise the name. But it's interesting. My friend Rufus, his parents lived in a place called Fockingham. Right? This is amazing. When he was growing up, they lived in Fockingham.
Yeah.
They moved to a village called Fingering-Hoe.
No!
I swear to God.
Really?
Amazing.
Oh, God.
Perhaps you come from an amusing town or street.
Hello,
Why
mate.
not get in touch?
Fingering Hoe or Fockingham? Well, that's my business.
Well, this family who's sick of living on Butthole Road, right, said the thing that pushed them over the edge was the sign was outside their house, and tourists were always coming, sort of having the picture taken with the pants down next to the sign.
Oh,
And
no.
that's the thing that
What's it called? Butthole Road?
Butthole Road, yeah.
Well, that's bad luck, isn't it?
That is bad luck, isn't it? Who named it that, though?
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not as if they've named it that after they've moved there. They bought the house knowing, oh, there's a lovely house here, so where you live, what road it's on. They're
Well,
not going to go, well, it doesn't matter, I'll look at the house.
Yeah.
Well, where am I going? Where am I seeing this
Well,
house?
I'll take you
Well,
there.
it's
I'll
on-
take you there. I'll take you there.
Well,
So you don't need to look. Just don't look at that sign. Just come into the house. Lovely house, isn't it? It is nice, yeah.
well, my family wants to come later to have a
Well,
look at
just
it.
tell them to. I'll meet them. I'll meet them by the bus stop, and I'll drive them here. You don't need to. You don't need to know where you're going. You'll just sort of know, won't you? You'll know from then on. Oh, we get letters. Have them delivered to me if you want. I'll bring them. I'll bring them round. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's incredible. But I can't get over that. Where Steve used to live.
That's extraordinary. Isn't it? Anyway, if you perhaps live in Tits Avenue,
Yeah.
you know, or
Wankling Drive.
Wankling Drive, just get in touch. Let us know. We're not really interested, but it
No.
might fill up 5 minutes. Let's play a record. Let's come back with another of Carl's amazing quizzes.
I'm going to Spunkton later.
If I Was Your Girlfriend by Prince on XFM 104.9.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant,
Yeah,
Carl Pilkington.
big time. We've had quite a few calls. Greg used to live in a place in South Africa called Arsagay.
Arsagay?
Arsagay,
Nothing
yeah.
wrong with that.
Paul's friend's parents live in Fart Town, just outside Leeds,
Fart time.
which is nice, isn't it? That's just ridiculous. And Dean used to live in Butts Farm, Hamworth.
Farm.
Yeah, that's obviously. I assume they're free range butts,
Sure,
and not sort of
yeah.
battery farm butts.
That would be horrible.
But yeah,
I think that.
that'd be great to just name a town, wouldn't it?
I think if I was thinking if I was a multi-billionaire, a Bill Gates type figure,
Yeah.
I'd like to buy somewhere, like say Manchester, and just rename it. I mean,
Whinging on the wold.
whinging on the wold, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Make
maybe-
them work Mondays.
Exactly. They'd be obliged to that would have to be what it's called.
Yeah.
It's the rules. It'd be like mayor.
Yeah. Oh,
great.
it'd be great as mayor, wouldn't you? You want to be mayor of Chinatown, don't you?
I'd like to be mayor of Chinatown. It seems to me that there's not a great deal to do
No.
because it's not really a town.
No, exactly. But
just a
who can
novelty
we talk
street.
to about that? Who can go say, look, you've got to stop calling this a town because at best it's a novelty street
Well,
with some slippy pavements near restaurants.
I actually got stopped the other day by 2 tourists who said, "Do you know the way to Chinatown?" And I really wanted to say to him, "It's a disappointment.
It's not a town.
Seriously, it's not worth it. Pop in a record shop, do something else.
Yeah.
Pop in Garfunkel's, have some delicious sausage and mash. But you'll get to Chinatown, and you'll go, this is not a town."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, have you got a town hall? Got a betting shop?
Yeah.
Not really a town.
I don't think you can build a town entirely out of restaurants. It's not enough. You need more stuff.
Oh dear. A lot of old people I've noticed there, Carl. Aren't there?
Let's leave that, eh?
What?
We'll leave it. Leave
What?
the old...
Leave what?
Just got John, who's just emailed in. He said my secondary school was on a street simply called Bell End.
That's Bell End, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
There's a road in Cricklewood somewhere called Clitterhouse Drive.
Clitterhouse.
Yeah, I don't think you can really get that. You can't get them on that. That's fine.
No, that's fine.
No, that guy's just having a little laugh, just taking the mick, get a lot of that sort of thing. There's a place in America, apparently. Ben's emailed this in. There's a place in America called My Anus.
My anus?
Yeah.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My anus, yes, I have heard of that. That's unlucky.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Where do you live, Where do you live, My Anus?
I've got a letter for you. Where shall I...
Where shall I send it?
Alright, don't get cheeky.
Anyway, just rather than reading out the A to Z, right, are we doing Rockbusters answers?
Oh! Yeah. Go on then.
Right,
Listen, this has got Chris Moyles, The Breakfast Show, on Radio 1. This sort of stuff.
well, listen,
Go on.
Have we got a winner, Steve?
We have. I'll check that in a minute.
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
well,
well, you find a good winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rockbusters clues. The first one was, this Teletubby has got
No.
mitts.
Well, we know this one.
We've done that. That
yeah.
was Pole Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
rubbish. You ruined it.
Right, the second one, I'm saving that money to buy condoms.
Too easy. Johnny Cash.
That was Johnny
Yeah.
Cash.
Rubbish.
And the third one was, when you're making bread, add a bit of colour for a change and sort of, change the colour of it.
Right.
Right? That was Dido. They got that. Give us a winner.
Well, this is, the reason I've given this person the prizes is just because she's from Switzerland.
Sure.
She's listening in Geneva in Switzerland. So, I mean, good luck to Tina. And she wins those prizes.
Who did she want to win the war?
Don't know. I don't think she had an opinion.
Really? You sure?
Yeah.
They
that's
say
usual.
that, but I reckon they wanted us to win, really.
think so?
I reckon so.
Do you think that was true of all the wars? They were always on our side, really.
Get her to just, if she's still home, who did most Swiss people, maybe sort of like over 50, want to win the war?
The
England or
recent
Germany?
war or the original war?
The Second World War.
The best war.
Yeah, the
big
main
one.
the main
The main
one.
one, yeah.
But, so just as a poll, in her opinion, so ask people over sort of like 50 or 60, right? Just quickly do it in the next 10 minutes. Who did they really? Are they neutral? But who did they really want to win?
Yeah.
England,
Yeah, we know you were neutral, but
yeah,
it's
but who
50
do we
odd
got?
years
England or
later.
Germany? We come up with great games, don't we? Eh? Bad Day, an REM on XFM 104.9. It's Carl's quiz.
Mm-hmm.
It's a classic film. He's done some jiggery pokery. He's in the film. It's his favourite film of all time. I thought The Elephant Man was your favourite film of all time.
It's up there, but this is like this film's got everything. It's got hilarious bits in it. It's got sad bits in it.
I've got the headphones on because I've got to hear it, and I don't usually wear headphones. But I just realised how noisy I am. Does that go out when I'm
course
sort of
it does.
Does it really?
Yes.
So when I'm sort of like tapping and writing and that, because it's really clear.
Everyone can hear that.
Really?
Yeah. The thing about that microphone, Rick, is it doesn't just pick up your voice. It picks up all the sounds.
Oh, that must be.
Like you scratching now. It's you I don't know what it is you've
That
got there,
must
some kind
be-
of rash.
Well, look, it's eczema. I think. Look, what's that? Oh,
Eczema, yeah.
Oh God, and what's that one then?
That's
Oh.
just one of your
Oh,
enormous fat tits.
What's that? But yeah, that must be irritating to listen to at home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
If your voice weren't bad enough,
Yeah, and moving the mic. I
moving the mic
realised.
then, that
yeah.
makes a noise.
Leave that.
Eating sandwiches, drinking coffee.
Yeah. Right, come on then, Carl.
Right. So the film is Kes. You got to listen to it properly. At the end, there'll be a question about what's happened in there.
Yeah.
So you got to listen, take it all
I
in.
love the fact that in pole position, in positions 1 and 2 of his favourite films of all time, it's The Elephant Man and Kes.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Go on.
All right. Am I leaving the mics open a bit when this is going out? Or what?
Yeah, let's have a listen.
Yeah. All right. So don't talk then, right?
Just put that hot dog down, Rick.
And this is the bit in Kes where it's the teacher and he gets up and he has to talk.
Glover. What's his name? Is it Brian Glover?
No.
No.
No, it's
What's
the other
it?
teacher.
The other one.
Anyway.
Alright, go on.
All right. So here we go.
Things that had actually happened. I've
Oh,
got
yeah.
another one. What about you, Casper? Casper!
All right.
Alright?
All right.
You haven't been listening to a word I've said, have you?
Yeah, I heard some of it. Yeah, you
Some of it?
just.
Stand up. Always somebody, isn't there, eh? Right, now you're going to tell us a story about yourself.
What sort of story?
I want you to think of an incident that's happened to you sometime in the past that is true and that you think will interest the rest of the class. All right?
Right. What about I work on a radio show at the weekend.
Well, are you going to tell us about it?
I'll just do. It's 2 hours, and it's with Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, and just sort of play music and tell stories and stuff.
What kind of stories?
Well, whatever. Like last week, it was science. We were talking about this lad who was growing a knob on his arm. So it's weird. It's tricky, sir, because like with Ricky, he gets bored quick and he won't listen to the stories, and he'll start squeezing my head.
All right. I'm not interested in what he does.
That isn't normal, is it, sir? That. I mean, it sure is a bit gay.
Is he?
Just messes about, though. Do you know what I mean? I try and like come up with good stuff, like monkey news and like quizzes and stuff. But then he'll just, Ricky will just mess about. I mean, on Saturday he did it again. He squoze me head.
How do you spell that?
Squoze.
All right,
S-Q.
come on. Oh, you're going to show it on the board? This is a new word to me.
Squoze is S-Q-U-O-Z-E.
Aye, now tell us what it is.
It's when he gets me head and he puts one hand on the back of it, right? And he puts the other hand on the front of it and he just sort of swivels it.
Swivel, right down the board.
Oh, swivel's not. It's spelled S-W-I-V. Like that.
How many times a day?
How many times a day does he swells it? It depends what time he gets in. If he gets in about 12:30, he could get a good 3 in. But I think I don't really want to talk about.
You've done enough, don't you? Well done, Billy. Big hand of applause.
That is the effort.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the best thing you've ever done, Carl.
So that's Kez, right?
Yeah.
Got some good prizes there.
Not bad, yeah, good stuff.
Question is, how many times did I say Ricky can get? How many head squeezes can he get in before the start of the show? Right. So if you were listening properly, the answer's in there, right? And got some good stuff
Got
there.
some DVDs in there, and some CDs, including some Jimi Hendrix stuff and other odds and ends. Good stuff.
Brilliant.
Right, and just text in 83 XFM. Right.
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 Eddie and the Hot Rods. Do anything you want to do on XFM 104.9. Alright? Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. Well, we've had loads of entries for the how many times did I squoze his head. Well, the answer was 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And who's the winner, Steve?
Let's give it to John. He's emailed in, he's got it right. He said he squozed your head 3 times on
Sure.
average.
It's not squozed, is it, Carl? That's incorrect. It's squoze, isn't it?
It depends how you say it.
Go on.
Squoze.
Well, it doesn't really, because it's nonsense anyway. It's not a real word, but...
You squoze my head.
Yeah.
I will squeeze your head. Do you know what I mean? Depends what line you're getting it in.
Sure.
Tense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Any monkey news? Any educating Ricky? Anything else? I don't feel that you've earned Monday off yet, because it's just 2 hours and you only did about 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, but that took a bit of time to make.
Yeah, that's your own fault.
Yeah, but I bet you didn't do it Monday. I bet you did it on another day.
I had to come in Monday, didn't I?
Yeah,
I
but I bet you'll do that on another day, so you're taking the piss even more, so you're doing it when you should be doing other stuff. You've still got Monday off and you've got 2 hours here. So, you're laughing either way. So don't give me that. So, do you know what I mean? What else you got?
Monkey news.
Yeah.
Well, let's do monkey news.
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Oh, we might as well have some monkey news.
Let's have some
Right,
monkey
Do
news.
some monkey news. You made enough noise there, Rick? You want to...
Sorry, but sometimes I like to move around, lounge and that, and at the mic,
Sure.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's have the jingle. We've not heard it for a while.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news, you
Right. I I haven't read this through properly.
Oh,
So no, I'm just
assumed that.
Christ. What do you mean you haven't read it through
well,
properly?
basically, right? It's about problems with chat rooms and that, right? A lot of people, it's like the new way of meeting people and that, in it now, chat rooms. You get on there, you can have
Right,
a chat.
if you say someone was having a meeting with someone, they
Please
wanted to
don't
meet.
preempt it.
Right, okay.
Please don't preempt it.
Right, there is not an animal in the world that
Right,
can
it doesn't
operate and
matter. Do you want
understand.
to know the story? You
And
said that
did they
monkeys...
get married? It was 3 months later. She realised, oh, there's a lot of bananas gone from my fridge.
See, what annoys
I
me
want
is,
a
though,
divorce.
This is what annoys
Bobo.
me. Though. You say that monkeys can do Shakespeare if they're given the time.
No, that's
Listen,
not it.
Let's not get into the
It's
whole
a
Shakespeare and
philosophical
monkeys.
conundrum.
Please, let's not get into that debate again. We'll be
It's
here all
about
night.
it's about
Yeah. Right, so
infinity.
this one then.
Oh.
So this chat room, right? And the thing is, with chat rooms, you have like a big boss who's looking over it and making sure nothing dodgy's going on.
Right.
Right, so certain keywords come up and
Who's that,
sort
Dr.
of thing.
Zayas?
Right. So anyway, they were looking over it, trying to look for dodgy stuff, but they kept coming over like really strange things. Like instead of saying, "Do you want to meet in a restaurant or bar?" Right, it'd be like,
Do you want
What-
me in a tree?
"What tree do you want to meet?" on?"
Right, okay.
Are you shooting off?
the end, yeah.
I'll see you later,
Seriously,
mate.
'cause that's gone
I'm just going to listen to the end of it anyway.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot if you believe that shit, honestly.
No, I'm just telling you
Let's
what's online.
let's hear the rest of it.
How you're nearly you're ill. You're nearly okay.
Alright.
Well, I don't know the PC term for this, so I really apologise. You're nearly retarded in some
And
aspects.
instead of sort of saying wear something sexy, they'd say make sure you bring plenty of bananas. and
Right,
stuff
you're
like that.
talking absolute. Okay.
Are you making up the monkey news now because you can't find it anymore?
And instead of saying, should we get married, they're saying, how swollen and red is your arse?
Do you
You
wanna have a look?
stupid fool.
No,
wanna
that
have
was me.
Mark Ronson and Ooh-wee on XFM. Well, what a great show. Mm-hmm. We've had...
Informative.
It's been fun. Yeah, we've learnt some, haven't we?
Yep.
What have we learnt?
All sorts of stuff.
We've learnt the car is an idiot.
Yes.
That he believes that monkeys can get on
That's
chat
more of a
sites.
confirmation of
It
something we
really,
already
yeah.
suspected.
We always suspected it, but that's...
I just read a little email from someone who just said that in Northern Ireland there is a town called Muff.
Is there?
Yeah, it's worth knowing.
Yeah. What else do we learn? Monkey News. No one's got anything like Monkey News on radio, have they?
Think of that as a boast.
Yeah.
No one has got anything like this gout.
Yeah. You call that a boil? Look at that, and look where it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
We've
Okay.
not heard sadly back from that woman from Switzerland.
Haven't we?
I know you threw out a question.
Yeah, I just thought I wanted to find out who the Swiss really... Well, I say they're neutral, but I would assume they'd be rooting for us and keeping quiet.
You'd hope so.
Whenever Germans went through, I went, oh, yeah, well, yeah, whoever wins, yeah, but they're going, oh. Whereas with us, they go,
Behind
all right,
my back,
lads,
give them the
all right,
finger.
lads, you want some chocolate?
Yeah.
Here's a cookie cock. No, don't let it go off, I'm hiding.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Sure.
But, and they better want us to win, because it wasn't for us, and we'd have let fascism go in there and they'd be speaking bloody German and Italian all over the place, wouldn't they?
I think they do.
Huh?
I think they do.
What?
They do speak German and Italian.
Why? Why?
I don't know. They just couldn't be bothered to come up with their own language, and they chose that one, I suppose. Or they chose those.
What's the point of being foreign if you don't speak English?
I've no idea. You'd have to ask them.
That's mental.
I don't know.
What would I do if I went there?
You wouldn't. Why would you go?
They don't speak the language.
If you're going to have to choose a language to speak, choose English.
Even the Dutch, they got their own language, but they don't speak
They
it
can't
because
be
it
arsed
sounds,
with it.
well, it sounds silly.
Yeah.
So they speak English.
Of course they do.
You see, Dutch people,
Yeah.
so in Amsterdam, with clogs on, they'll be chatting
Chatting
in
away.
English.
In English.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah. Oh God, I was there once, and there was a mouse.
Right.
It's just there on the stair. It was a little mouse with clogs on.
Yeah. Where?
On there. on the stair, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's languages. We learned about languages, didn't we? I'm not a linguist, but I pretty much think that's what happens.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something I learned in the week.
Go on.
Yeah. This will be one thing. He did definitely learn only one thing this week.
It's a good one though.
Don't insult Suzanne's hair.
I learned two things
Go on.
this week.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't put your trousers on over your head. Because I know you were persevering with that for a while.
Mercury may look nice, but it's bad for you. Go on.
There are more moves on a chessboard.
Then particles in the universe.
That puts you off learning it, doesn't it?
Well, no, it's a possibility.
No, they
It's the
said
fact
it is. It is. It said that's...
Yes, that's right. It's the possibility because it's basically that it tends towards infinity because no two games are the same. So it's not that you've got to learn that many moves.
It's not that good.
I don't wish to criticise Rick, because I
What?
know you were trying to inform him then. It's a good job you're not a teacher, because as you gabbled the phrase, it tends towards infinity,
Yeah.
it kind of came out as...
Okay, yeah.
Imagine if you're one of those kind of foreign students who's gone here to study, and they, sometimes they put
What,
the
Swiss?
they put the tape recorder by the
Yeah.
lecturer.
Yeah.
Listen back to that, really. It's something towards infinity. I'm not sure. It tends towards infinity.
It is talking about tents. I not understand. Cuckoo.
So yeah, we've
had a good time.
We've all had a good few.
We've had a
laughs.
great time.
Can I just say to everyone, have a great Saturday.
All right, see you later.
Rick, you like the Thorns. You played the Thorns.
Love
earlier.
the
I think you'll
Thorns.
enjoy this. It's an old track from Hawksley Workman.
Brilliant.
Bad name, good song.
See you next week.